So to acclimate to this high vibrational energetic exchange, close your eyes and breathe in and out deeply 6 times. And receive the following affirmation. Thank you, universe. This three-topic card is titled, You're in People's Dreams Again. I love getting deeply into the subconscious. I love understanding the depth of the unknown. And then I love being humbled because I understand that there's so much depthness to depthness that I will never actually fully know anything. So I really enjoy, you know, being humbled and learning something new and understanding that I can have a connection with someone else who's pure and genuine, just as myself, who has an interest in something that will expand my mind on the things that I'm interested in from a new perspective. All right, you beautiful soul. Now, without further ado, I'll see you at your pals, and thank you for being present, okay? All right, so pile one, we have the Justice card, and on this beautiful card, there is a cat just enjoying biting the hand of a human who has just been doing a little bit too much. I feel as if in the dream showing up, you're showing up in people's dreams by letting them know, I've had enough. You're setting boundaries with them. And this cat looks very satisfied as it's biting into this human's hand. So they're very frightened of the justice that is coming to them. They can feel it. There's dread in the dreams. It's this feeling of emotions you didn't want to feel that's just like looming. It's like the atmosphere of the dream. It's like imagine a room. Imagine you dream like you're in a room, and how you feel is all over that dream. It's all over that room. So it's like they feel trapped in the dream. Um, the emotion that they normally would numb with abusing and exploiting you is covering the whole dream. And what I'm seeing, because this cat just looks like, I've had enough of taking your abuse and exploitation. So I'm about to take a huge chunk out of you. So the hand that this cat is biting, it looks as if the individual got too comfortable doing something that was just really causing the cat to not be able to just be free. And it's like the cat was just like, look, bitch, I'm gonna let you think that you about to exploit and abuse me to feel better. And then right when you least expect it, choink. So what I'm feeling is this person is getting dreams that whatever it is they did is catching up with them, but they don't know when. So they're very afraid, very frightened. They know they can't get access to you. They know they can't manipulate you, and they would rather not see you because at this point, the way you're showing up in their dreams, they know that when they least expect it, this situation is going to be completely, fully balanced. And this person doesn't know how to stop their addictions either. That's why they're afraid. Because what I picked up from this hand, maybe this owner got a little bit too rough with the cat. So this could be someone who abused you. physically, and instead of the cat just like sitting there taking it, the cat just started picking up on, patterns and habits that the abuser would do. And then the cat just decided to, and I feel like this person gaslighted you, was having dreams about you. The person or the cat was just like, fuck it, call me crazy, bitch, and bit the shit out of him. So now, this person, when they think of you, they think of the pain that they would feel as if a cat bit them. And it's like when they're dreaming, the emotions that they have not wanted to feel is just there. It's like they can't escape these emotions. So a lot of them are starting to develop severe addictions. Some on coke, some about to really start to develop severe psychosis and severe paranoia because they can't escape the emotions when they're awake and they can't escape the emotions while they're asleep. And some of them are going to have unsuccessful bouts of suicide. Until that karmic debt is paid off, they cannot die. Hey, pal, too. So the people who have dreams about you have tried to cover up their actions. And every time they do one cover up, it's unsuccessful. So they're consistently doing cover ups. And they are running through resources trying to do cover ups. So it's like in their dreams, there's this sense of dread that this went too far. They're not looking at it as they started something and, they hurt someone. They're looking at it as you are doing too much. And they are not taking accountability for how they started something. And so they thought this would be over, because this is people that game stalked you. And they use their positions of authority to basically try to destabilize you. But the fact that you're still going and now they're running out of resources in the dreams, they're fucking pissed. They keep seeing you just doing new shit and new shit. And then it's like you'll be there in the dream for just a millisecond. You know what I mean? And then for some of them, they're trapped in a room. And then when they try to leave the room, they can't leave the room. So it's like in some of their dreams, they're trying to leave a room and they cannot leave the room. And there's a small window for some of them, and they're looking out the small window, and the small window outside, it looks like the world is bright. It looks like the world is happy. Now, this may not be, exact for everybody, but this is the feeling that I'm picking up. It's like they're trapped in a room, the door has disappeared, and there's a small window, and they find a way to get their eye to see through it. It's like remember Alice in Wonderland, and in one of the movies, she wanted to get into this beautiful garden, but she didn't have the key, so she cried about it, and then the place flooded. Basically, it's like they're looking through and they want to get to the other side, but basically what they're looking at, because it looks happy on the outside, they're looking at the illusion that they created for themselves in their everyday life. It's like in the dreams, they're getting extremely majorly depressed because the little small window is having them peer into the psychosis that they created for themselves. And they're like, I want to get there. Please, what do I need to do to make it happen? And then when they wake up, they don't realize that the little window that they were looking out of through in their dreams is literally their nightmare. They're living hell. They're not happy. They're losing a lot of money. Their health is failing terribly. And they're doing everything they can to convince others they're living a certain way. And then they can't even stand their existence. So this dream is driving them up the wall and crazy because in the dreams they'll look through the little hole And it's just, it looks like, oh my gosh, that is the life for me. But no, this is the life, the living, their actual existence. And it doesn't look like, it doesn't feel like what they made it look like. So, how are you showing up in the dreams? It is very peculiar. I'm not actually seeing that you're in the dreams. I'm seeing, let me get another card. These people, before they go to bed, they're comparing themselves to you. And they're not actually linking it that this keeps having them end up in their own mental prison. And that's it, how to. All right, so tile 3. The people are dreaming about you are people who refuse to be accountable. These are people who like to project their issues onto others. So this is funny. In a dream, um, the magic that they did on you and how they did it, it looks like you're doing the magic to them. But instead of some of them, let's say, who's doing kitchen magic, it looks as if you're doing binding magic on them in a fancy, for some of you guys, um, a dramatic gothic kitchen. It's as if, the ideology of what a sorceress or sorcerer looks like shows up in the dream. The fantasy that they wish they had their home to look like, but if they had the resources, they would buy what everybody else would want them, would they think others would want them to buy, because they wouldn't want to be viewed as, well, I spent extra money on certain things, and you might think I'm weird, but also they have people gunning for their money too. So while you might be brave enough to purchase a whole new kitchen that looks like something straight out of a storybook, they would just be like, no. Mm-mm. So it's funny, in the dream, all the dark magic they did on you, you look all jazzed up. You look like, oh, you look like a whole ass villain to them, but like real good with it. And it looks like you in your magical ass kitchen doing spell work on them. Uh-huh. And so all the emotions that, they some of them for what they exploited you. And this is an ex-lover doing this too. Um the spell work they did on you so that you could get tethered to them. They're seeing you in these dramatic ass dreams as if you're doing it on them, you know? And then they in waking life, this is the kicker. They'll go around like such and such is doing magic on me. And then people will look on your social media and be like, don't nobody want you. That person doing something else. Okay? So what's happening in these dreams is these people are feeling the emotions that you felt when they did binding magic on you, when you were at your most vulnerable. It's okay? When you didn't know shit, they're feeling what you felt in that moment when you did not know that someone was doing some very ugly ass shit to you. And so now these people are convinced that you have done magic on them, like love spells on them. Source says some of you have, but for the most part, most of you didn't. For those of you who have done love spells on the partners, they sitting back salty, and source is telling me that most likely this was done so that you could get justice faster. That's all.